What's up, folks? So my Harbor Freight earthquake wound up taking a crap on me, and I've had it for a couple years, and I just can't bring myself down to spend a couple $100 to buy another impact gun when it worked perfectly fine. So I'm gonna ride this until the wheels fall off. What's going on is what would happen when I would push the trigger, it wouldn't work. Ignore the smoke. So I would pull the trigger, it wouldn't do anything, and I would have to entice it to work by moving the head of it just to bridge the contacts for the brushes connecting to the commutator. And I'm like, yeah, I already knew those brushes had worn down. And mind you, I use it for commercial use. I'm not paying for another one. It get used daily. So I wound up finding a brush holder. I saw some on Temu, and I'm like, I don't understand why. I don't care about the price right now because I paid $10 for this on Amazon. Now I'll put the link in the description. But I paid $10 for this joker, and the one on Temu was free, and I never ordered from Temu, so I'm not going to take that risk. For this repair, what you're going to need is a T15, which technically you need T15 and T20, but the T15 is pretty universal for this particular case, and a small Phillips, and then we can remove it. So what I'm gonna have to show you, gonna have to use your common sense and with reverse engineering and put this back together. But we're down to the minimum of where we need to remove the brush holder, so we can take out this armature here and replace our component. Here in the yellow, I wound up highlighting where you would have to take off the screws just to remove the cover. That's not including the hammer, the anvil portion right here in the front. So these obviously have to come out so you can get this out. And then you can take those screws around the housing of the body for the, I'm just gonna call it a body so you can get that off, so we can get the cover off. So let's go ahead and remove this brush holder here. I'm just gonna pull it straight out. And you can see where the brushes aren't even pushing back. Here's the return spring here. And in my case, they've worn out so bad that the wire is what's limiting the brushes from making full contact. So this is why I'm replacing this. And this is the benefit of having a brushless motor. So here's our negative. Here's the positive. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull off my negative here. Pull off the wire. And what I could do, just make a little mark here in case I forget. That's my negative. Then make another one on the negative side there, just in case. I'm human. You'd be surprised at the stuff that I forget. I've never replaced one of these before on this. So there's our negative. Yes, it makes sense to detach the battery, but if the trigger's not being pulled and there's no current going to go through these wires, I mean, it's kind of common sense though. If you think I'm taking risks with this, you should see when I actually work on stuff. Snug it down. See, the wire can go in this little cavity here and be supported. I'm just going to use the original screws that it came with. It's not like they were rusted or anything. I'd imagine from start to finish, this total repair probably would take only 15 minutes. Now the hard part is to get that armature back inside of here. Now I got a couple options. I could take the brush spring Go at the top here. Support it that way. Pull the brush back, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all of them like this. Uh-oh. I was trying to do it so you can get a good visual on it. So take a needle nose. That. I can comfortably get it in there. But what we can do also is just go ahead and clean the commutator with some sandpaper so we can ensure good contact. Here, I got some old 400 grit sandpaper. I'm simply going to go around the commutator like so, just to wipe it clean, get those black points off. I mean, technically it needs to be shaved, but I mean, for what we got going on, it's not going to be that big of a deal. All right, that discoloration is gone. Let's put this back. We're going to take our retainer. Let's push them all down. Perfect. Making great contact. So there's a indicator down at the bottom that needs to sit down in this little cove here. Right there. There we go. Because if it's not, it's not going to twist and turn. Let's just see how it responds now. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Now I can put everything back together. The trigger falls apart. It just like happens to come out. The switch falls out. Kind of get a good visual of that, how it looks. Just take that, put it between the switch lever, and just slide it back in. I mean, everything been affixed in its normal resting spot, so it's pretty difficult to get it out. Uh-oh, see, I don't have it right. There we go. This light don't work, so I don't really think it really matters. Let's go in there. Now we need to work on getting the transmission and related components back into place. I want to make a mark here where it needs to be properly oriented. We got to pull the motor slightly back out. Don't forget about the dial. We'll flip it around. Go on the opposite side here. This cavity, this bore sits inside the bearing. This housing needs to sit inside this groove here, and bolts need to line up somewhat. Once we pull the body through, everything should line up properly. Forget about that. Don't forget about the brush holder. That needs to be in its proper spot too. So that's locked in place. So we are in a good position. Let's do this here. Let's go ahead and get the housing. Like I said, my light broke, so I don't care about that part. Then when we tighten everything up, all the bolts and stuff should line up. So those are there. Those are there. The transmission with these planetary gears back in there. Goes there. This goes at the bottom. You can see where it has a wear mark. A little stiff for some strange reason. Must have did something wrong. Yep, I done did something wrong. I wonder why. Something's not clocked properly. If it worked before I touched it, I must have did something wrong. Uh-oh. I done broke my gasket. I'm gonna have to ride without it. See if I can. Yeah, I might have to roll without a gasket, unfortunately. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference, but let me see if I can. See what happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it off. I mean, no older than what it is. I don't think I gotta worry about anything happening. I get it the right way. Yeah, that's not going in there. Oh, probably because these gears. Wonder if they lined up properly. One thing. There we go. So that worked. Works beautifully now. I don't think I got to worry about like oil or anything leaking out. I mean, this is, hopefully the surfaces are machined well enough. It ain't like it held oil like an oil pan, but I can understand where it may be getting hot and the grease start to spew out. Worst case scenario, I mean, I just got to pull it off and pack it with some grease. It should never get really that hot anyway. It was pretty well lubricated. You see where it's got a little play in it, and then the T15 don't belong on this, but it'll work. Where's that last one? Somebody's missing. Here it go. You can already notice the difference. I mean, as soon as you push that trigger, it starts to respond unlike before, and that's exactly what I was dealing with, pulling tires off. I mean, it just happened out of nowhere. Oh yeah. I can go at slow speed, high speed. Oh yeah. Let me do this. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're good now. Cool. That's how you repair it. I'm gonna put the link for the component in the description box, and I forgot to put this back in there. I'm not breaking my neck over it. I mean, I don't this, like I say, this gun is probably on its way out. If I decide to pull it back off, I'll put it back in there, but just make mental note of, you know, those little small components. Like I say, this is old. I had this for a couple years, but I'm trying to keep it for a couple more years. No point of paying a few $100s when, you know, this just needs some maintenance, and it works literally just like brand new. You saw how good the commutator looked, just the brush is worn out. You know, I called a few RC car places and they don't even sell brushes anymore because everything went to brushless. Let's pull one of these out. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I wore it out. You know, back then with our electric RC cars, I mean, you had to replace these brushes when they failed anyway. Them days are gone, long gone, since these new brushless motors are out. Yeah, I wore this thing out. Like I said, it got used daily. Harbor Freight Earthquake, it is for commercial use and it lasts that long. So I'll put the link where I got this from in Amazon. Hopefully they still got a bunch more. I didn't trust eBay. Luckily, I found it on Amazon because I got Amazon Prime, and I trust them enough to keep paying for Amazon Prime. All right, guys. See you later.